Welcome back to CoinsVault America, the home of rare coins, hidden value, and unbelievable American history. Today we are revealing the top 3 most wanted and valuable old USA coins that collectors are hunting right now. A legendary quarter dollar, a powerful half dollar, a powerful half dollar, and a $1 coin that has sold for life-changing money. These are not just old coins. These are treasures that could still be hiding in collections' drawers and forgotten boxes. Some examples are worth thousands, some are worth hundreds of thousands, and one has shocked the entire coin world. Right now, first up, where history, mystery, and fortune come together today, we bring you incredible good news for coin collectors and history lovers as we explore one of the most wanted and valuable American coins, the 1928 quarter dollar, a coin that many people overlook, but which can be worth big money and change lives. This old USA quarter dollar comes from a powerful era in American history when the nation was growing, rebuilding, and shaping its future. The 1928 quarter dollar belongs to the Standing Liberty Quarter Series, one of the most beautiful and artistic coin designs ever produced in the United States. This coin represents freedom, strength, and hope, and it was designed during a time when America wanted its money to reflect national pride. The obverse side shows Lady Liberty standing boldly, holding a shield and an olive branch, symbolizing peace and protection, while the reverse side displays a powerful eagle in flight representing American strength and independence. Collectors around the world admire this design, and that admiration alone already increases its value. But the real reason the 1928 quarter dollar is so special is rarity, condition, mint marks, and historical importance. The 1928 Standing Liberty Quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And each mint has its own story. The Philadelphia Mint produced the highest number but high quality examples. Are surprisingly rare because these coins were heavily circulated during their time. Many were used daily for decades, which caused heavy wear, especially on the date, which is why collectors today struggle to find clear, readable dates on original coins. This makes any well-preserved 1928 quarter extremely valuable. The Denver Mint produced fewer coins marked with a small D on the reverse, and these are harder to find in good condition. San Francisco Mint coins marked with an S are even more desirable, especially in higher grades. When it comes to value, condition is everything. A worn 1928 quarter may still be worth more than face value, but a coin in fine condition can already reach hundreds of dollars. As we move into very fine and extremely fine grades, prices can jump into the thousands. And if you're lucky enough to own an uncirculated 1928 Standing Liberty quarter, the value can explode, reaching tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Some record-breaking examples graded by top grading companies have sold for astonishing prices, shocking even experienced collectors. What makes this coin even more exciting is that many people still have these quarters hidden in old boxes, drawers, family collections, and inherited coin albums without knowing their true worth. This is why the 1928 quarter dollar is often called a sleeping treasure. One good find can bring life-changing money, especially if the coin has most important factors collectors look for, because it indicates a strong strike and limited wear, and coins with this feature are extremely rare and valuable. Even more good news for collectors is that demand for classic US coins continues to grow worldwide. Investors and collectors see these coins as safe historical assets, which means prices continue to rise over time. Auction houses report increasing interest from new collectors, young investors, and international buyers who want to own a piece of American history. The 1928 quarter dollar stands out because it combines beauty, rarity, and historical significance in one small silver coin made of 90% silver. It also benefits from rising silver prices, adding another layer of value. This coin witnessed the final years before the Great Depression, making it a silent witness to one of the most dramatic periods in US history. Owning such a coin is like holding history in your hand. If you think you may have a 1928 quarter dollar, the first step is to never clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy value instantly. Instead, examine the date, mint mark, and overall condition using proper lighting. If the coin looks promising, professional grading is strongly recommended because an official grade can multiply its value. Collectors should also be cautious of counterfeits and altered dates which exist in the market. Always rely on. Most exciting part is that even today, new discoveries are being made. Estate sales, flea markets, and old family collections still produce rare 1928 quarters. that surprise everyone, these real-life treasure stories keep collectors motivated and hopeful, reminding us that valuable coins are not only found in museums, but sometimes right at home. This is why the 1928 Standing Liberty quarter dollar remains one of the most wanted American coins ever produced, a symbol of opportunity, history, and hidden wealth for coin collectors around the world. If you enjoy learning about rare and valuable US coins, this channel is your home where we uncover secrets, share good news, and guide collectors towards smart discoveries. Keep searching, keep learning, and you might be holding a fortune without even knowing it. As we go deeper into the story of the 1928 quarter dollar, we begin to understand why seasoned collectors call this coin a silent giant of American numismatics. During the late 1920s, the United States was experiencing economic growth, technological change, and cultural transformation, and coins from this era circulated through the hands of everyday Americans. Farmers, factory workers, shop owners, and travelers, each 1928 quarter tells a story of commerce, struggle, and hope. Many of these coins were spent without a second thought, which is why surviving examples in strong condition are now incredibly scarce. Rarity is not only about mintage numbers, but about survival, and the survival rate of high-quality 1928 quarters is extremely low. This is one reason auction prices continue to climb year after year. Collectors often compete aggressively when a premium example appears on the market, pushing prices to record levels. Another important detail collectors should know is the importance of strike quality during the production of Standing Liberty quarters. The date was placed on a high point of the design, which caused it to wear down quickly. This design flaw makes fully visible dates, especially on the 1928 issue, much harder to find than later quarters. This challenge increases demand and makes clear date examples far more valuable than most people realize when evaluating a 1928. People realize when evaluating a 1928 quarter, experts carefully study Liberty head shield rivets, gown folds, and the eagle feathers. Strong details in these areas can mean the difference between a coin worth a few $100s and one worth several $1,000s. The holy grail for collectors is a 1928 quarter with full head designation. This means Liberty head shows all details, clearly including hairline separation and helmet definition. Coins with this feature are rare treasures and highly sought after by elite collectors worldwide. Even mid-grade full-head examples can command impressive prices, and top-condition examples can break auction records. The excitement around these coins is not limited to professional collectors. Everyday people continue to discover valuable quarters in unexpected places. Old piggy banks, inherited coin jars, antique shops, and estate sales. Many families unknowingly pass down rare coins through generations, unaware of their significance. This is why education is powerful. The more you know, the better your chances of recognizing hidden value. The 1928 quarter dollar is a perfect example of how knowledge can turn a simple silver coin into a major financial opportunity. Another factor driving value is the historical artistry of the Standing Liberty design. Many collectors consider it one of the most beautiful American coins ever minted, created by sculptor Herman McNeil. The design reflects classical influence combined with American symbolism, and this artistic appeal attracts not only coin collectors, but also art lovers and historians. When beauty, rarity, and history combine, values rise naturally and consistently. This long-term upward trend makes the 1928 quarter a strong candidate for both collectors and investors. Experts often advise collectors to focus on quality rather than quantity, owning one high grade rare quarter can be more rewarding than owning dozens of common coins. As global interest in American numismatics grows, international buyers from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East actively pursue key date US coins, adding pressure to supply and pushing prices higher. The 1928 quarter benefits directly from this global demand, especially since it represents a key year within the Standing Liberty series. Many collectors aim to complete full sets, and the 1928 issue is essential for any serious collection, which further increases competition and value. If you are building a collection, patience, research, and careful buying are essential. Always compare auction results, study grading standards, and avoid deals that seem too good to be true. Genuine rare coins retain value, while mistakes can be costly. This channel exists to help guide collectors toward informed decisions and exciting discoveries. The good news is that the story of the 1928 quarter dollar is still being written. New finds continue to surface and market values continue to evolve, making this coin one of the most exciting pieces in American coin history. Stay curious, stay alert, and keep checking your coins, because the next great discovery could be waiting right in your hands. Welcome friends, today we are traveling back in time to one of the most exciting and legendary chapters in American coin history. A story that has changed the lives of collectors, treasure hunters, and everyday people who never imagined that a small silver dime could be worth big money. This is the incredible story of the USA Old One Dime from 1916, a coin that has become one of the most wanted and valuable coins in American history and a symbol of hope for collectors all around the world. Imagine holding a tiny coin in your hand, something that once bought a newspaper or a loaf of bread, and discovering that it could now be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is not a fantasy. This is the reality of the 1916 one dime, especially the famous Mercury dime, also known as the Winged Liberty Head dime. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we must first understand the time in which it was born. The year 1916 was a turning point for the United States. The country was on the edge of great change. Industry was growing, cities were expanding, and America was preparing to step onto the world stage during World War I. It was also a year of artistic transformation for us coinage. Before 1916, American dimes looked simple and outdated, but the US Mint wanted something new, something bold. Something that represented freedom, strength, and progress. So they introduced a brand new design created by sculptor Adolf, a Weinmann. This design featured liberty, wearing a winged cap symbolizing freedom of thought. Many people later mistook this image for the Roman god Mercury, and that is how the coin earned its famous nickname, the Mercury dime. From the very first moment this coin entered circulation, it stood out. The design was beautiful, detailed, and full of meaning. On the front, liberty looks calm, confident, and hopeful, while on the back, a fasces and olive branch represents strength and peace, combined a powerful message for a nation moving into an uncertain future. But what truly makes the 1916 one dime legendary is not just its design, it is its rarity, especially the most famous version of all, the 1916 Mercury dime. In 1916, dimes were produced at three mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of dimes, and the San Francisco Mint also made a decent number. But the Denver Mint produced only a very small quantity of Mercury dimes that year. Only 264,000 pieces were struck in Denver before production stopped forever. People did not notice the small mint mark on the back of the coin near the bottom, but today that tiny letter D can mean the difference between a common coin and a life-changing discovery. Over the decades, most of these dimes were lost, worn down, or melted. Surviving examples, especially those in good condition, are incredibly rare and highly valuable. Even a heavily worn 1916 Mercury dime can be worth thousands of dollars, and coins in better condition can sell for tens of thousands. In mint state condition, with full details and original luster, this coin has sold at major auctions for over $200,000, making it one of the most expensive dimes ever sold. This is why collectors around the world dream of finding a 1916 one dime, especially the Denver Mint version. It is known as the Holy Grail of Mercury dimes and one of the most wanted coins in American history. But the good news for collectors does not end there. Even other 1916 Mercury dimes from Philadelphia and San Francisco can still be valuable depending on condition, silver content, and eye appeal. These coins are made of 90% silver, which already gives them intrinsic value beyond face value. Many collectors today search through old collections inherited from grandparents, old jars of coins, and forgotten boxes in hopes of discovering one of these historic dimes. Sometimes these coins are found in the most unexpected places, proving that treasure can still be hiding in plain sight. One of the reasons this coin is so beloved is because it represents a perfect storm of beauty, history, and rarity. It was created during a pivotal moment in American history, designed by one of the greatest coin artists, and produced in extremely limited numbers at one mint. This combination is what drives demand and value higher year after year. For new collectors, the 1916 one dime is often the coin that sparks a lifelong passion for numismatics. It teaches the importance of looking closely, understanding mint marks, and appreciating history behind everyday objects. Experienced collectors know that authentication is critical because, due to its high value, the 1916 Mercury dime is one of the most counterfeited coins in the world. Many fake coins are made by altering the mint mark on a common 1944 dime, which is why professional grading and certification is essential before buying or selling. If you ever believe you have found one of these dimes, the first step is to handle it carefully. Do not clean it, do not polish it, and do not attempt to improve its appearance. Cleaning can destroy its value. Instead, place it in a protective holder and have it examined by a trusted coin dealer or grading service. If you ever believe you have found one of these dimes, the first step is to handle it carefully. Do not clean it, do not polish it, and do not attempt to improve its appearance. Cleaning can destroy its value. Instead, place it in a protective holder and have it examined by a trusted coin dealer or grading service. The market for rare American coins continues to grow as more people turn to tangible assets like silver and collectibles. Coins like the 1916 Mercury dime benefit from both historical significance and precious metal value, making them highly desirable in uncertain economic times. This is why many experts believe that top quality examples of this coin may continue to rise in value in the future, especially as fewer high-grade specimens remain available. Collectors compete fiercely whenever one appears at auction, driving prices higher and higher. For collectors around the world, this coin represents hope, excitement, and the thrill of discovery. It reminds us that history is not just found in museums, but can be held in the palm of your hand. The 1916 one dime is more than just money. It is a piece of American heritage, a symbol of freedom, artistry, and rarity. And for those lucky enough to own one, it is also a powerful investment. As you go through your own collection or search flea markets, estate sales, and old family belongings, remember to always check your dimes. Look for the year 1916. And look closely for that small mint mark, because you never know when a simple coin could turn into a life-changing treasure. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel, where we uncover the most valuable and fascinating coins in American history. Stay tuned for more rare coin stories, big money finds, and good news for collectors around the world. Coin collectors use grading to measure wear detail and overall appearance. A 1916 Mercury dime that is heavily worn with smooth surfaces and faded details is still valuable because of its rarity, but one that still shows clear lines in the hair, sharp wings on the cap, and strong details on the reverse can be worth many times more. Some of the most valuable examples are known as full bands dimes. This term refers to the horizontal bands on the fascias on the back of the coin. When these bands are fully separated and sharp, it means the coin was struck with exceptional quality. Finding a 1916 dime with full bands, especially from the Denver Mint, is extremely rare and highly prized. Stories from collectors show how powerful this coin can be. Some people bought collections decades ago for small amounts, never realizing what they owned, only later discovering that a single dime in the group was worth more than the entire purchase price. Others inherited coins from relatives who lived through the early 20th century and kept them as simple savings. There are even stories of people finding valuable Mercury dimes in old bankrolls or mixed silver lots bought for melt value. These discoveries fuel the excitement and keep collectors searching every day. Another reason the 1916 Mercury dime is so famous is its role in completing a full set for collectors. Anyone who tries to assemble a complete Mercury dime collection from 1916 to 1945 quickly learns that the 16D is the key coin. Without it, the set feels incomplete, and with it, the set becomes something truly special. Because of this, demand never fades. Even when markets rise and fall, collectors always want this coin, and that constant demand supports its strong prices year after year. For younger collectors and beginners, this coin serves as a lesson in patience and education. It shows that knowledge matters. Knowing where to look, what to look for, and how to protect a find can make a huge difference. Many experienced collectors say their love for coins began with learning about legendary pieces like this. Today, online auctions, coin shows, and private sales all feature Mercury dimes, but the real gems rarely appear, and when they do, competition is intense. Bidders from all over the world participate, driving final prices higher than estimates. The silver content of the coin also adds another layer of value. Made of 90% silver, the 1916 dime connects collectors not only to history, but also to precious metals. During times of inflation or economic uncertainty, silver coins often become even more attractive. For many people, coin collecting is not just about money, it is about storytelling. Each coin carries the fingerprints of the past. The 1916 one dime may have passed through the hands of factory workers, soldiers, shopkeepers, and families living through major historical events. Holding such a coin creates a direct connection to that era, and that emotional value is something no paper investment can replace. The good news for collectors today is that interest in rare coins continues to grow. Social media, YouTube channels, and online communities have introduced millions of new people to numismatics, and iconic coins like the 1916 Mercury dime often serve as the gateway into the hobby. Education has never been more accessible. Collectors can now learn how to spot counterfeits, understand grading, and follow market trends from anywhere in the world. This helps protect buyers and keeps the market strong. If you are serious about collecting, it is always wise to buy the best example you can afford. Quality coins tend to hold value better and are easier to sell in the future, even if you cannot afford a Denver Mint example owning a nice. Afford a Denver Mint example owning a nice Philadelphia or San Francisco 1916 dime is still a proud addition to any collection. The legacy of the 1916 one dime continues to grow with every passing year. Fewer examples remain untouched and demand keeps rising, making this coin a true legend in American numismatic history. Welcome to the channel. Today we are traveling back more than 100 years into American history to uncover one of the most fascinating and misunderstood coins ever produced by the United States Mint, the 1906 half-dollar coin that quietly passed through the hands of bankers, merchants, and everyday Americans. Yet today it can be worth life-changing money if you know what to look for. This episode is especially important for coin collectors, investors, and anyone who loves hidden treasure, because the 1906 half-dollar is not just old silver, it is a historical artifact from a powerful era of American growth and industrial change, and some rare examples are now among the most wanted coins in American history. The year 1906 sits in the heart of the Barber coinage era, named after Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. At the time, his design appeared on dimes, quarters, and half dollars. And while many Barber coins were heavily used and worn down, a small number survived in extraordinary condition, and these are the coins that collectors are fighting to own today. The 1906 half dollar was struck in 3 major U.S. mints: Philadelphia, San Francisco, and New Orleans. Each mint produced coins with subtle differences, and these differences are the key to big money value today. Let us start with the Philadelphia mint coins. These carry no mint mark and had the highest production numbers. Most of these coins entered circulation immediately and were used heavily in daily commerce, which means finding a high-grade example today is extremely difficult. A normal circulated 1906 half dollar may be worth only its silver content or slightly more, but an uncirculated example can explode in value, reaching thousands of dollars depending on condition. Now we move to the San Francisco Mint, identified by the S mint mark below the eagle on the reverse. These coins had lower production and were often transported across long distances, which caused heavy wear. Many were lost, melted, or damaged over time. High-grade 1906 S half dollars are rare and desirable, and when found with strong detail, full rims, and sharp lettering, collectors are willing to pay premium prices that continue to rise every year. The New Orleans Mint produced the 1906 O half dollar, and this is where things get very interesting. New Orleans coins are famous for weak strikes and poor storage conditions, which means truly high-quality examples are exceptionally rare. A well-struck 1906 O half dollar with original luster is considered a prize coin, and auction results have shown values climbing into the tens of thousands of dollars for top-graded pieces. One of the biggest factors that separates an average coin from a legendary one is condition. Coin grading is everything in the world of rare coins. A 1906 half-dollar grade, MS65 or higher by professional grading services, can be worth more than a luxury car, while a proof example can be worth even more. Yes, proof coins. Proof 1906 half dollars were specially struck for collectors using polished dies and planches. These coins were never meant for circulation, and only a very small number were made. Proof examples feature mirror-like fields, sharp details, and stunning eye appeal. Today, an original proof 1906 half dollar in high grade can sell for massive prices and continues to be one of the most desired Barber proofs in the market. Another major value booster is originality coins that have never been cleaned, polished, or altered are extremely valuable. Cleaning destroys value, and sadly, many rare coins destroys value, and sadly, many rare coins were damaged by improper handling over the decades. If you find a 1906 half dollar with natural toning, smooth surfaces, and no harsh shine, that is a very good sign. Collectors also look for strong details in Liberty head. The word Liberty must be fully visible on the headband. The eagle on the reverse should show strong feathers, claws, and shield lines. Weak details lower the value dramatically, while sharp details increase it instantly. There is also exciting news for modern collectors. Demand for Barber half dollars has been rising steadily over the past decade as silver prices increase and collectors move away from modern coins. Interest in classic US coinage continues to grow. Wealthy. Collectors are competing for the same limited supply, and this has pushed prices higher year after year. Another reason the 1906 half dollar is gaining attention is survival rate. Millions were minted, but only a tiny fraction survived in collectible condition. Every year, more coins disappear into private collections, never to be seen again. This scarcity is exactly what drives long-term value growth. Auction records tell an incredible story. Coins that sold for a few $1,000s 20 years ago are now selling for many times that amount. The trend is clear. High-quality barber half dollars are becoming blue-chip collectibles. If you think you might own a 1906 half dollar, do not rush to sell it. Take time to examine it carefully, check the mint mark, study the condition, and consider professional grading. This single step can be the difference between a modest value and a historic payday. For new collectors, the 1906 half dollar represents opportunity. It is old enough to be historically important, rare enough to be valuable, and still accessible compared to ultra-rare 18th century coins. It is a perfect bridge between history and investment. For advanced collectors, it is a challenge coin. Finding the right mint, the right strike, and the right grade is difficult but rewarding. This is why the 1906 half dollar continues to be one of the most hunted barber coins in the market. As we reach the end of this documentary, remember that great treasures are often hiding in plain sight. Old collections, inherited coins, and forgotten drawers can hold remarkable surprises. The 1906 USA half dollar is proof that history can still pay off today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most fascinating silver coins, make sure to support the channel and stay tuned, because more legendary coins are waiting to be uncovered, and the next one could change everything. As we continue deeper into the story of the 1906 USA half dollar, we must understand the America in which this coin was born. The early 20th century was a time of massive transformation. Railroads stretched across the nation, factories roared day and night, and millions of immigrants arrived seeking opportunity. The half dollar was a powerful coin back then. It represented serious money, wages, groceries, and business transactions. This was not pocket change. This coin mattered. In 1906, the United States was still on the gold and silver standard. Silver coins like the half dollar carried real intrinsic value. People trusted them because they were made of precious metal. That trust is one of the reasons these coins circulated so heavily, and also why surviving high-grade examples are so rare today. The barber half dollar design itself tells a story. Liberty wears a laurel wreath, symbolizing honor, strength, and victory, while the eagle on the reverse stands proud, holding arrows and an olive branch, showing America's readiness for both peace and defense. Every detail was engraved by hand into steel dies long before modern machines took over coin production. This craftsmanship is something modern collectors deeply appreciate. Many 1906 half dollars were used in saloons, general stores, banks, and train stations. They traveled thousands of miles, passing from hand to hand, picking up scratches, nicks, and wear. Each mark is history, and each worn coin tells a different story. Yet collectors today search for the few that escape this harsh life. One of the most fascinating aspects of collecting the 1906 half dollar is die variety. Some coins show minor differences in lettering, spacing, and strike quality caused by worn dies or adjustments at the mint. While major errors are rare, even subtle variations can add interest and value, especially when combined with high-grade preservation. Another layer of value comes from toning. Natural toning develops over decades as silver reacts with air and storage materials. Coins stored in old paper rolls or envelopes often develop beautiful rainbow or deep golden colors. Collectors pay strong premiums for attractive original toning because it proves the coin has not been cleaned or altered. The market for classic US half dollars has evolved dramatically. In the past, collectors focused mainly on date completion. Today, condition, rarity, eye appeal, and originality matter far more. A common date like 1906 can outperform scarcer dates if it survives in exceptional condition. This shift has made hidden gems incredibly valuable. Professional grading services have changed the game. A 1906 half dollar certified and encapsulated provides confidence to buyers around the world. Coins graded MS66 or higher are now considered elite and often appear only once every several years at major auctions. When they do, bidding wars erupt. Some record-breaking sales have shocked the collecting community. A single proof or top population mint state 1906 half dollar can sell for the price of a house. These coins often end up in long-term collections, museums, or investment portfolios and may not return to the market for decades. Collectors often ask why Barber half dollars are gaining momentum. The answer is simple. Supply is fixed, demand is growing, and knowledge is spreading. As more people learn about classic coins, interest increases, but the number of surviving high-quality coins never changes. Another important factor is generational wealth transfer. Many old collections are idea what they owned. When rare coins are authenticated and sold publicly, prices reset higher, creating new benchmarks for value. The 1906 half dollar also benefits from being part of a complete Barber set. Collectors attempting full date and mint mark sets must acquire one example from each year and mint. This constant demand supports prices and creates competition even during slower markets. Let us talk about mistakes collectors should avoid. Cleaning is the biggest value killer. Even light polishing can destroy decades of natural surface and reduce value by thousands of dollars. Another mistake is improper storage. Heat moisture and PVC plastics can permanently damage silver coins. Proper storage is essential for preserving long-term value. It's tied to history, rarity, and collector passion, not hype. As the years pass, fewer untouched examples remain. Each time a top quality coin is locked away, the remaining supply becomes even more precious. This silent shrinking of availability is why long-term trends favor classic silver coins. The story of the 1906 USA half dollar is far from over. In fact, we are likely still in the early chapters of renewed appreciation. As younger collectors enter the market and global interest grows, American classic coins continue to gain international recognition. This coin connects generations, it links the industrial age to the digital era, it is metal history, memory, and value combined into one small, powerful object.